We continue our coverage of Black History Month with the man in charge of overseeing the water supply for 2 million people in Santa Clara County. Rick Callender is the first African American to serve as CEO of Valley Water in the organization's 90-year history. He's also president of the California-Hawaii chapter of the NAACP. He joins us live in studio now. Thank you so much, Rick, for being here with us today.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm honored to be here.
And you know what? It sounds like you were just honored as well as a Chico State distinguished alumni. You're at your alma mater.
You know what? I was so surprised, but it's such an honor to be honored by my alma mater, and for them to say that I'm a distinguished alumni. You know, they helped me to create the base of where I came from.
Well, you have quite an impressive list of accomplishments before and since then. You know, you're the only Black CEO of a major water organization in the U.S. That's quite significant. You talk a lot about abolishing systemic racism in the water industry. Tell us a bit about that.
Well, I think what you have to see is better representation of not only African-American men, African-American women, but everybody. I think for so long we've been excluded and we haven't been at the table. I think my presence here, all it does is help me to bring other folks behind me, and hopefully you'll see a child that will look at me and say, I want to be just like him. I see myself in him. So, you know, what we have to do is just continue to reach out and continue to work with everybody.
Yeah, and what would you say you do in your day-to-day work to help address the issue of that systemic racism in the water space? Well,
one of the things often when I'm out there talking to folks and I am having a conversation, especially with communities of color, I'll say, raise your hand if you know anyone that owns water rights. Often in communities of color, no hands go up because we haven't been at the table. So what you have to do is you have to train, you have to educate, and you have to be able to show people that there is a path in water. Often when my mentor said, I want you to go into the water space, I said, who wants to go into water? That seems so boring. Well, once you get there, there's so much excitement. Water is life. You really do need to have everybody there. And so I think often people hear engineers, scientists, lawyers, and that's where they go. But if you think about all of that, that's also in the water space.
And talk to us a bit about the inequalities that exist when it comes to getting fair access to clean, safe drinking water.
Well, if you look at what's going on, especially in the Central Valley, where you have poisonous groundwater, or you have, you know, the fact that people cannot utilize their groundwater, often that's only in Latino communities or other communities of color. So one of the things we often see is when you have drought or when you have any impacts in the water space, often it hits those that are disenfranchised or on the bottom of the barrels the most. And often those folks are Black, brown, and Asian.
And so your organization is taking some steps to remedy that situation.
Absolutely. Both the NAACP and Valley Water. I think if you look at the NAACP, we're strongly involved in environmental justice, not only in California, but throughout the nation. Often people hear the NAACP and they only think of police entity. No, we're involved in any space where you may see discrimination, unfair treatment, or inequality.
And while we're on that topic, you know, here we are again at this moment where the topic of race and policing are back in the spotlight. As president of the NAACP, as someone in your position, how did the recent headlines affect you, and how are you hoping to bring about that positive change?
You know, it's so hard when you look at the TV and you see an African-American man that looks just like you, and he's calling out for his mom because he just wants to go home. Often African-American men, people don't understand what it's like to live in the skin that I live in and walk down the street, and the fear and how the stereotypes have made people fearful of you. Well, unfortunately, it's real. How do we get beyond that? And so what we've been doing, not only in the NAACP, but throughout the nation in the NAACP, is just trying to make sure that we can push policing acts, not only through the state legislatures, but through Congress. We need to be treated fairly, and we need to be seen as human beings. And what Martin Luther King said is, I am a man. I am a man, but I'm an African-American man. I want to be treated with respect and dignity.
Are you a believer that meaningful police reform can happen in our generation?
You know what? I thought I'd never see an African-American president in my lifetime. I've seen that. I'm a believer because I have hope. And if you don't have hope, then what are you fighting for? We're fighting for the hope of change, and we're fighting for where we can go.
All right. And you have a son. Now, moving to a slightly lighter note here, you have a son. He also is going to Chico State, your alma mater. What is your hope for him and for future generations?
You know, my son, I was hoping he'd come in the studio with me today.
It would have been nice to meet him.
He's like, Dad, it's a little too early. He graduated from Chico, so we have 2 generations of my family of Chico graduate. He graduated business administration. He's out there working sales. You know, he's the pride and joy of my life. I look at him, and he's everything that I wanted him to be and even more.
Oh, we love That's very touching. What is your hope for him and for the future generations ahead?
You know, what my hope is that we'll see equality in his generation as he's growing up. He's still an African-American man that's walking down the streets, and I fear all the time of what it means. You know, when you have to teach your young African-American males, or even your middle-aged African-American males, what to do when you're stopped by the police, or what mistreatment feels and looks like, you know, that's a shame. So I'm very hopeful in his lifetime we'll see change.
All right, last quick question here for you. What would you say is your secret to success?
Oh, my secret to success is work hard, never quit, be positive, and try to do the best that you can at anything that you do.
All right. Rick Callender, CEO of Valley Water. It is a pleasure to have you on the show here today, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. I'm honored to be here.
All right, we'll be right back.